What's up, y'all? Today we are covering a criminal justice related topics today. For those of you who don't know, you know who Hasan is. Hasan Abi is a famous, sort of lefty Twitter guy. I'd say he's more on the side of like people like Vosh than he is on the side of people like Jimmy Dore or any one of the leftists that real leftists that shame the Democratic Party equally with the Republican Party as being the two party duopoly. And, so anyway, Hassan has really good takes that I agree with, and this is one of them. Americans are so brain broken about crime and automatically assume that lenient sentencing in our draconian, inhumane criminal justice system means that you support the crime and the criminal, rather than having a restorative, rehabilitative approach centering justice. And so, yeah, of course, because if you talk to the average American who's kind of apolitical, they'll be like, "Oh no, we've got a lot of crime around here. We need tougher sentencing laws. We need to focus more on retribution rather than a rehabilitative approach." Um, and that's true because when police focus on the broken windows, small stuff such as graffiti or just I don't know, small amounts of possession of small amounts of drugs or the use of drugs or whatever, it it takes away from the actual policing aspect, and violent crime and property crime flourishes. I just got my wallet stolen yesterday in a conservative county where they continually arrest people and lock them up for drug use. It's so fucked the way our system works. And so of course I agree with that. But then Anna Kasparian, or rather Anna Karen Kasparian, has this dog shit take. We've seen the rehabilitative approach play out in California. If that's what you think works, we are in a lot of trouble. and we go further. We go further than that. Hold on. Yeah, like how so this is not so first of all, California, even though they've made reforms in years to make small amounts of drug possession a misdemeanor and legalize marijuana and try to and are moving to decriminalize psychedelics, and California still has a huge homeless problem. California still has housing inequality. You can't have a rehabilitative justice approach without focusing on the economic conditions that put people in positions to commit more crimes. What a dog shit take. Like, we have never had a rehabilitative approach since the start of the drug war. Like, have you seen incarceration rates, Anna? Shot up. And this was around the time, I mean, Nixon started the drug war here, but the incarceration rates didn't really shoot up exponentially until this guy came into office, Reagan, and then it started shooting way the hell up because we started, using disparate, what do they call it? We started using disparate sentencing when it came to either possessing coke or crack. If you were a rich person who possessed coke in the 80s, you'd get a lighter sentence than, say some poor black kid that possessed crack, and they get like 25 years in prison. Their whole life they'd have to spend in prison just for possessing or dealing crack because they did it out of necessity. And then in 1994 it even shot up further because of the crime bill that Joe Biden was the architect of and signed. We don't have a rehabilitative approach in America. We still incarcerate drug users. It's gone down a little bit. Maybe it's plateaued because of the legalization of marijuana in some states and the overwhelming urge to stop prosecuting people for possessing cannabis. But the rehabilitative approach, we need it for drug users, for sure. And the people who commit maybe petty crimes, maybe petty theft. Even though I'm pissed off at the people who raided my car yesterday in a supposedly tough on crime county in my state. Such bullshit, Anna. Yeah, look at this. The serfs tweeted at Anna, that's not rehabilitative. Look at the country like Norway that gets far better results from the much more humane treatment of the criminals. Yeah. Yeah, very cool stuff, Anna. You and Dave Rubin should get together and discuss this powerful high idea. Oh, yeah, look at this. We're so fucked, right? And someone asked Anna if this was like, if she was, this was satire. Is like, no, it's not. When people are getting stabbed to work, death at work, and bus drivers are getting assaulted daily with no consequences at all, I think it's an issue. Wait, what? Who is getting stabbed to death at work every day? Who? Really? In California? Is that happening? Where you live in, like, I assume Anna Kasparian and Cenk live in LA, right? So are people getting stabbed to death at work and on the bus every day? Are bus drivers getting assaulted daily every day? Did she just watch the did she watch that scene from like Straight Outta Compton when that that street gang of Bloods raided the bus? Raided the bus that Ice Cube was on, I don't know if it were Bloods or Crips, but did she just watch that scene and assume that bus drivers were getting assaulted daily? What the fuck? What is the dog shit? You know you sound like that you sound like that far right Republican, Anna. You sound like Tom Cotton, who's like, we have an under incarceration problem. Look at this shit. Are you serious? Keep on with the grift, Anna, that you're fucking progressive. Yeah. Oh, the TYT, we are a progressive network. As you shame the very progressives who are trying to make things better for us. You and Cenk have been bullshitting it on foreign policy, social policy, and economic policy. Cenk was a Republican, bro, before he even joined the Young Turks. And this is why people like, Jimmy Dore and Sam Cedar and a lot of other people left that Young Turks network. Even Sam Cedar could see through your fucking grift. You're such a neolib, Anna. You're fucking Karen. You're one of those like not you would be exactly like one of those not in my backyarder types who would oppose multifamily housing being located next to single family housing just because it looks trashy or the people there look sketch. The hell? The fuck? She's not the best person. You're a terrible grifter. Such a dog shit. This was my tweet. Such a dog shit take. I live in a tough on crime state. I literally got my wallet stolen this morning, reported it to the cops, but they're more focused on arresting kids for drugs in this county instead of real criminals. Keep on with the grift that you're progressive, fucking clown. This is why people have unsubscribed from TYT. They can see through the grift. They can see through it, and your commentary is bullshit, and all you do is go after other leftists nowadays. You keep going on about GOP this and GOP that. How about the Democrats that have failed us in the Progressive Caucus? The people that we tried to put in there are not fighting back. They're being soft. They're being softy pussies. That's what they're doing. They could have fixed a lot of criminal justice system issues if they just fought. But nope. Their donors in the private prison industry, from the police unions, from big alcohol and big pharma, have donated so much to their campaigns, and their fat wallets are really happy right now, so they're going to keep getting their wallets fatter. Simple as that. That's what DC does to people. It corrupts them. And by not fighting for that and instead arguing that the rehabilitative approach has caused all this violent crime, it hasn't. The economic conditions and the recidivism rates, actually, because of the traps that the legal system sets up for people who commit minor misdemeanors, and the way we treat people in prisons, especially the non-violent criminals in prisons. Sometimes they even lock them up in solitary confinement if they have like a mental disorder. It causes mental health problems. It causes pain to our fellow human beings, and it crowds the prisons. And you know who they release? Who they release? They keep releasing regular thieves out back onto the streets so they can go steal again. Oh my god, Anna. I have not heard a more dog shit take in my life. God damn it. Good thing the Vanguard called you out on this grift. Look at this crap. And all these people, all these other Twitter users are surprised that Anna made this quote. I wasn't surprised. I knew Anna was a fucking Karen. She's always been a fucking Karen. She's had the most neoliberal dog shit takes for 6 years or longer, and TYT hasn't learned from their mistakes. They keep pushing it, along with Cenk. They're just consistently wrong on the progressive side. And by progressive, they're like, they're worse than Pacman. David Pacman. They're worse than the Majority Report. So anyway, that's it for today's post. If you like, follow and subscribe. Thanks.